On this one, the mount of Michael Boyce, number 24, Ukrainian Star. Or for cheek pieces, the mount of Shane O'Keefe. I've just been asked to point out by Mrs. Vickery's clerk of the course there will be no galloping or indeed schooling after the racing today. And so we're in failing lightness, so no galloping or schooling after racing today. Thank you. And a reminder for all jockeys, when you finish riding for the day, do remember please to call into declarations for your certificates. So all jockeys, once you finish for the day, do call into declarations to collect your riding certificates.
So runners heading down for our final point-to-point race of the afternoon. We have got a charity race that will follow this. 15 going down for this point-to-point Owners and Riders Association Club Members Race for Novice Riders, sponsored by Western Air and Ormondy House Hotel. So the first one to go to post is number 13 on the card. This is Night's Watch, colours of Mrs. R. Butler. Charlie Price will be in the saddle, red with a white star, being followed down by Triangular, number 3 on the card, and the colours of Kira Fry. She also trains this one. Michael Boyce will be in the saddle for the first time. Best of luck to Michael here this afternoon. He works for Harry Fry. Dark green and white hoop jacket, red armlets and a red cap. Little break to the next one to go to post. That is Garston. Will be the mount of Nick Lawton here this afternoon in the blue with the yellow sleeves. Sally Allner trains in the colours of the TS partnership. It's got some good form around here, Garston. Following that one down is number 2, Signet. Richard Patrick in the saddle for Karen Bowen, trained by Mikey Bowen in the yellow now with the maroon sleeves and the white armlets. And a little break to the remainder, heading to post. So they are headed off by number 15, Quiddalack in the blinkers. 6 times a course and distance winner. Jack Andrews rides in the colours of Mr. B. Young. Stuart Petty trains blue with a white chevron, armlets on the sleeves and the yellow cap. Following that one down in the predominantly yellow jacket is number 3, L Dancer. Simon Marsh owns and trains. Henry Marsh will be in the saddle, yellow with the purple striped sleeves. Going down behind that one is Tim Underwood's runner, and this is number 10, Know When to Fold 'em, ridden by Chris Dennington here this afternoon, white with the blue sleeves, a blue collar and a hoop cap. Next one to go to post, number 1, this is According to Sarah in the cheek pieces, in the colours of Mr. Barry Orr, trained by Alan Hill, and we partnered by Victoria Pendleton, her 13th ride point-to-pointing so far this season. Yellow with the black Betfair arrows, black sleeves, yellow cap. Little break to the remainder. Next one to go to post is number 17. This is Royal Racket. David Tompkins owns and rides this one. Best of luck to David here this afternoon in the green and blue quartered jacket. A little break to the next one. Silver Token, Hannah Lemur going to post in the maroon and grey set of silks. Followed down by Lance Madrick's ride. This is 18, Shantou Breeze, the mare, the colours of his father Michael, in the light blue and white striped jacket. Next one to go to post in the black and pink is Ukrainian Star. Julie Wickens owns and trains this one. Shane O'Keefe in the saddle, black with the pink sash hoop sleeves. And the next one to go to post, and potentially the last one to go down, is number 14, Premier Portrait. Wears cheek pieces. Gus Levinson in the saddle for his father, Dr. Charles Levinson, in the colours different to your race card, a light blue with beige sleeves. Are the colours on that one. And the final couple to go to post include Louis Pasteur, number 11 on the card. Mr. and Mrs. PJ Doggerel own and train this one. And young Ed Doggerel will be in the saddle, blue with the gold hoops, maroon sleeves, blue cap. And the final one to go to post, number 9, Just Amazing, the 13-year-old son of presenting. The colours of Mrs. Tracy Parker, trained by Kevin Parker and ridden by daughter Laura Parker, having her 11th ride point-to-pointing here this afternoon. Green and black hoop jacket, white sleeves, black spots, emerald green cap with a black hoop, or hoops in fact, aboard number 9. So 15 of them accounted for. They are on their way to the 3-mile start here for this, our 7th and final point-to-point race of the afternoon. Really interesting little race indeed, and plenty to look forward to, and we'll bring you a show of betting as soon as we have one. James Simmons to approach his steps. Shouldn't be too much longer. They're likely to go a pretty furious gallop indeed. And definitely a race to look forward to, and a good one to finish the card here this afternoon on what has been an excellent day's point-to-point racing here at Larkhill. Runners are at the post for race number 7. So James Simmons now climbs his steps. Shouldn't be too much longer before they're sent on their way. Garston leading them out onto the track. Looks as if, according to Sarah, is going to be up there handy as well. Garston has got some decent course and distance form. The grey is Silver Token. I'll be able to see him in the gloom. So they take a turn, and they will shortly begin to walk forward. They're coming in, and they're off and racing. He's let them go as they race away in the finale, and the first one to bounce away was Quiddalac. Garston front rank as well, along with Premier Portrait towards the outside as they thunder on towards the first. Big jump by, according to Sarah, just in behind the speed under Victoria Pendleton. Ukrainian Star is also up there in the front rank as well as they head towards the next. Royal Racket also, and then in behind those came El Dancer in a predominantly yellow jacket. Looking to the rear of the field, out the back restrained is Triangular under Michael Boyce, first ride in public this afternoon as they skip over the next. Also Know When to Fold 'Em is out the back along with Just Amazing, and also towards the rear of the field as they race towards the next is Night's Watch as they head on then towards their first open ditch here in the finale, and out in front it's Royal Racket, who has now gone about 2 to 3 lengths clear from in second, according to Sarah. Scanning back through the field, Just Amazing is now the back marker, as according to Sarah shows in a clear second. Then came Garston. In behind those then is Quiddalac as they all skip over that fence safely. Signet a slight mistake back in the field as they head towards the turn in and begin to line up towards this next plain fence. This will be the last in a circuit's time. And it's Royal Racket the leader, leads by about 3 to 4. From Garston on the inside, spot the yellow sleeves and cap. Then came, according to Sarah, from Quiddalac and Jack Andrews. In behind the leading 4 came Premier Portrait. And then Ukrainian Star down towards the inside for Shane O'Keefe. A mistake, Louis Pasteur, who races in company with Shantou Breeze. Then in behind those is El Dancer from Know When to Fold 'Em in the blue sleeves. And then a length then back to Signet, yellow with the maroon sleeves, white design on the sleeves. Triangular came next in the green and white hoop jacket. Then in behind that one in the red and white we've got Night's Watch. Just Amazing is towards the rear of the field and is the back marker, along with Silver Token, who's also out the back as well, as they skip over that fence safely. That was 6, and now begin the turn towards fence number 7 here in the Novice Riders. No hiding place so far. It's Royal Racket who leads the way here under David Tompkins. Has an advantage of about a length from Garston towards his outside and Nick Lawton. Then came Quiddalac, who matches strides with Louis Pasteur. Chantou Breeze towards their outside, as according to Sarah was shuffled back to 7th place. And just being followed through by Chantou Breeze. A mistake from Know When to Fold Them. El Dancer came next, and as they disappear behind the bushes, still just amazing as the back marker as they race on towards this line of 5 fences. Fences 8 and 9 will be the next 2 to greet them. 10, 11, 11 being the open ditch, and 12 as they race towards the next. And it's Royal Racket who takes them along, the advantage at about a length as they come towards this next plain fence. Watching them all get over it. They're all over it in a fashion. Knight's Watch is towards the rear of the field, and Just Amazing is slightly detached as they come towards the next. And it's Royal Racket who leads over it from Quidalac in 2nd place. Ukrainian Star is up there handy enough from Chantou Breeze as they race on towards another plain one. This will be the one before the open ditch, and it's Royal Racket who got over it in a fashion, leads from Ukrainian Star. Chantou Breeze came next. According to Sarah in behind those, Triangular still weighted with, more towards the outside of the track as they come towards another open ditch. Silver Token is towards the rear of the field. Just getting over it now and making a desperate mistake was Knight's Watch. Just Amazing is right out the back as well as they begin to take fence 12, and they'll shortly make the turn right-handed and climb towards the top of the hill. And well, it seems as if all 15 of them still stand as they disappear behind the trees once again. And Jason, all of them still standing, plenty of chances.
Yes, Nick, the big players have yet to be played, but we have Signet just creeping around at the back here for Richard Patrick. Looks sure to get into it fairly soon now. We got Gus Livingston still waiting, biding his time on Premier Portrait. It's a long way home from there, and hopefully they'll be there by the time we get to the last now.
Royal Racket then takes them along still from Garston in 2nd place as they begin to climb the hill towards 13. And well, still plenty of chances here as Jason mentions. Quidalac just in behind those. According to Sarah, has lost a few places now in the yellow and black jacket. Triangular, just looking for him with a red cap. He's got about 3 or 4 behind. And they seem to consist of Know When to Fold Them. Silver Token is out the back as they skip over that next plain fence, and it's Royal Racket in front who has a healthy advantage here from Garston in 2nd as they begin to race towards the next, another plain one. And down in front, Royal Racket it is that takes them along, followed by Garston. Chantou Breeze in behind those. Then came Premier Portrait. Working into the race is Signet, travelling quite kindly. As ridden along is El Dancer. So too Louis Pasteur as they begin to make the run towards the next. Now making ground is Triangular. Just passes, according to Sarah, on the run towards the next fence. And they're beginning to clear right away from the remainder as they come towards it. Royal Racket, Garston towards the far side. A mistake, Chantou Breeze. Gus hasn't moved a sinew on Premier Portrait. Signet is ridden along, and now Triangular being put into the race, but he's got lengths to find from El Dancer, and also Louis Pasteur who's going backwards. So as they race towards the next, it's Garston in front, leads at it, runs down the fence for Nick Lawton. The advantage at 2 to 3 lengths. Premier Portrait is pulling double in 2nd. Signet back in behind as Royal Racket begins to weaken. Here comes Triangular with an effort. Chantou Breeze also staying on at the 3rd last. They're over it safely. In fact, they've only got one more left to jump as they turn in. And out in front, that was the 2nd last. It's Premier Portrait. Garston in 2nd. Signet, Triangular now moves into 4th. They're clear of Chantou Breeze, who's beginning to backpedal. Royal Racket, according to Sarah, they're a long way clear of Know When to Fold Them. Silver Token, El Dancer. Louis Pasteur was pulled up, but with one more left to jump, it's Premier Portrait. As he comes towards the last, he's getting a bit tired. Oh, running out at the last was Triangular. Has crashed out for Michael Boyce. Leaves Garston and Signet to fight out 2nd. They're clear then of the rest, but as they race up towards the line, Premier Portrait getting weary in front. Now almost joined by Garston Signet, but he'll hold on. Premier Portrait wins from Garston and Signet in a close go for 2nd. Chantou Breeze came next. Then came Royal Racket, who took them along for best part of the race under a decent clip from David Tompkins. According to Sarah, will finish back in about 6th or 7th. Then came Silver Token, looking back down the home straight. Know When to Fold Them pulled up along with El Dancer. And just looking to the landing side of the last, Michael Boyce seemingly none the worse for the experience of running out at the final fence. He certainly didn't deserve that on Triangular. Ukrainian Star was pulled up, also pulled up Quidalac, and just cantering home now Louis Pasteur.
Come on, man. Hope you remember us the way in today. Should have done with a horse like that when I started up. Don't forget the way in. Well done. You go. Next here. So ridiculous. You just got you one. Yeah, the massive delay. Go on. Just take your own saddle over. Get the way in. Yes, yes.
Runners to the paddock immediately, please.
The charity race is pleased to say that Tina Pick, well done Tina, you've won the best turned out with Woody Shepherd's Delight, so well done Tina, number 8.